Let's bring in the CEO of Cruise, Dan Ammon. Dan, the application that you're putting into NHTSA, as well as the changes that you're making with the Origin, it has some people saying, okay, this is a start, but I'm not sure ride sharing is going to come back where it was before. What's your outlook?
I think the reality, Phil, is during COVID, all the trouble that we have had for years in transportation of, too many accidents, too much pollution, too much congestion. While we've been during COVID, a lot of those things are as bad or even worse. The fatality rate's gone up to a 15-year high, for example, over the last few months. So the big problems of transportation are still real, and we need to solve those. And our solution is all electric. It's shared and it's self-driven, and that's the way that we think we can solve these problems most directly.
But how do you ensure to passengers that it will be safe? I will be honest with you, when I have talked with relatives or friends and I've said, hey, let's take a particular ride share, I get this, I'm not really sure I want to get in that car or that vehicle. How do you ensure that the Origin will be safe?
Well, you've seen the things that we've put into the vehicle, a partition, so passengers are completely separated from each other, upgraded ventilation so that the air is turned over in the space more rapidly. People will be required to wear masks, hand sanitizer, as you mentioned. And so we've been working with a Harvard epidemiologist to give us really robust advice on the best way to make the Origin as safe as possible. And these are the measures that we think should not only substantively improve safety, but also give passengers peace of mind that this really is a safe environment for them to share a ride.
Dan, it's Kelly here, and the aspect of this to me that's not as interesting as the ride sharing. It's more, and correct me if I'm wrong here, that this vehicle would have no steering wheel and no pedal. I mean, I would imagine this is the first such vehicle that would be approved to be on the roadways. Assure us that it's all ready for prime time.
Well, as you might have seen last week, we received a permit from the California DMV to begin fully driverless testing in San Francisco, and we'll be doing that in the coming months here. We've been working for years on improving our technology and getting to the point where it's safe enough to begin to remove the human backup driver from our AVs. And as I said, we'll be beginning that testing here in the coming months. So after years of hard work, things are starting to get pretty exciting in the self-driving space. And you're seeing a number of these recent developments that point to the fact that this really is going to be the future of transportation.
Dan, have you been in contact with executives or CEOs, let's say at the airlines or hotels, other industries that are really trying to face the same problem that you'll face with the Origin, which is convincing people, yeah, you're going to be interacting in an environment with other people, but it is safe to do so?
Yeah, we've looked at a lot of different sort of use cases and examples, Phil, but the thing that's really great about the Origin is it's a vehicle that's purpose-built for this kind of use case. And we're still obviously in the advanced stages of development with it. So it's the perfect time for us to demonstrate the flexibility of that platform, to show that we can provide shared rides in a very, very safe way that perhaps more conventional forms of transportation don't have the flexibility to do at this point in time.
Dan, when do we see it out on the roads?
We're moving as fast as we can, Phil. The Origin is in very advanced stages of development. You'll be seeing prototypes out there before too long.
Let me ask you a quick question, if I might, going back to that idea that this is a driverless vehicle with no steering wheel and no pedals, brakes or things like that. How confident are you that it's actually going to work, number one? And number two, do you have any read on how frequently you have computer or other kinds of hiccups that would cause the car basically just to stop? In other words, if I'm in a ride-sharing vehicle and something goes wrong and the system goes down, I'm ticked off.
Yeah, you most certainly are, and that's something that we're obviously keenly aware of. We have over 2 million miles of testing, mostly on the streets of San Francisco, so in a very complex urban environment. We're focused on all aspects of the self-driving vehicle performance. Obviously, how safely it drives is most critical, how smoothly it drives, how reliable and stable the system is. And when we're talking about system stability, which is what you're referring to, we are orders of magnitude more stable, obviously, than things like your laptop or your phone. We clearly have to be to deliver the kind of service and reliability that our riders will expect.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.